Alright y'all, I think I might have just found the best bang for buck 5.1 surround sound system that you can put in your house. Today we're going to be reviewing and testing out the Vizio M-Series 5.1 sound system. So the Vizio M-Series M51a-H6, what a long name, but it's a 5.1 soundbar, which means it has 5 channels to work with. So it has a left channel, center channel, right channel, left surround, right surround, and then the 0.1 is for a subwoofer. So I'm just going to be showing you what comes in the box when you first get it. It actually comes with a set of cables. So one good thing about this setup, like most soundbars, is that it gives you all the cables that you need, so you don't actually have to go out and buy extra cables. So if you look closely, you got all the cables you need. You got power cables, audio cables, you name it. So it actually comes with a special remote and has a lot of EQ settings I'm going to show later. Batteries are included. And the good thing is that all the cables are specifically labeled for what it's for, so you don't get anything confused with, what you're actually going to plug it into. So you can see we have a lot of cables for all the different type of audio connections you're going to use. Mainly the one you want to use for your audio connection is the HDMI ARC if you have that. If you don't have HDMI ARC, then you're going to want to use your optical cable. So you're going to have your subwoofer, the 2 surround speakers, and then your 1 soundbar that comes in the box. So some features the soundbar has, it actually has Dolby Atmos, which I don't really know how because it's not really a top channel speaker. So I don't really know how you get the audio above you. They have a 5.1.2 soundbar, which actually helps achieve that more. But that was just interesting to see that it actually accepts Dolby Atmos. Also, it has DTS:X, and just to let you know, I'm not an audiophile, so I don't know everything, but just know that those are really high-end sound formats, if I'm saying that right. Also, if you're curious to know, the soundbar is about 3 feet wide and about 2 inches tall. So the subwoofer is a 6-inch subwoofer, and it has bass down to 45 Hz. So although the subwoofer is wireless from the soundbar, it does require a cable to plug into a power source. So you can put it anywhere in the room as long as it's plugged into a power source. So next we have the surround speakers, and what the surround speakers actually plug into is the subwoofer itself. So you'll have to position the subwoofer, near your couch or wherever you're sitting so that you can actually put the surround speakers behind you to get the proper surround sound. So you can see all the speakers have a pretty low profile look with just being blacked out. So you can actually link up your voice assistant as well to the soundbar. I don't really use it too much. But you'll see there's separate ports for plugging into your audio source and for the power source. So like I mentioned, you'll actually have 2 cables in the subwoofer for your surrounds. You have a left channel and a right channel that are for both your surround speakers. And these are very long cables, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so just to go over the current setup, what we have. So obviously we got the soundbar right across under the TV. So this is actually, just what's going to get the left channel, center channel, and the right channel. And I actually have speaker stands coming in the mail, but given my room space at the moment, they're not really going to work in here. I mainly just got them because once I actually, move out of my parents' place and get my own apartment, it'll be easier to kind of set it up in more of a living room space. But for now, I have it right next to my bedside right here, stacked up on some stuff. It's actually wired behind the bed because it has to plug into the subwoofer. So I have the other one sitting on the desk right here for now, and then below is the subwoofer here, which is where the bass is going to come from. But since it's wirelessly connected to the soundbar over there, that's how you can actually get the surround sound behind you away from the soundbar without being directly connected to the soundbar. Now I'm just going to show you, different scenarios of sound. So, like with movies, music, and, maybe just some other stuff just to get you a look at what it sounds like.
This might end up being a pretty good warm-up.
So some of the features that come with the remote, there's an equalizer level, which just shows you, if you want to have kind of like a movie-like setting, music setting, direct, game, and then, those are all the settings for that. And it just does its own kind of customization for you. If you want to get more specific, there's actually a level button. And for the levels, it actually tells you, where you can adjust the bass, treble, dialogue, center, subwoofer, surround level, surround balance. And one thing I just noticed is that when you actually do left and right on this, when you're adjusting it, if you look closely at the light on the soundbar, if I click it up to increase, that shows the level I'm doing for that specific setting. So just look at the soundbar when you're using the level on here when you're changing the settings for that. So you can get pretty customized with your leveling on here. That's something I actually didn't have with one of my old soundbars, so that is actually really nice to have on this. Also, make sure when you click the effects tab, which is the bottom right, make sure that your surround is on if you want them to be on, just to make sure that everything's working properly. Then for setup, you can actually test your surround sound just to make sure everything's working, you have everything set up correctly. So if you do speaker test and you click OK,
Left front. Left front.
You can hear that.
Center. Center. Right front. Right front. Right rear. Right rear. Left rear. Left rear.
And then the subwoofer. Okay, so my final thoughts on this. Honestly, it's a really good sound system. I actually had the TCL Alto, I think it was 7 Plus. I'll correct it on the screen if it's not. But it was more of like a $120, $140 soundbar, and this one was $300. It definitely was an increase, for sure. Like sound quality sounded more rich and the bass was more powerful. I think the main thing comes down is the customization on the remote. This thing seriously just has so many settings where you can change the EQ and levels, which I couldn't on my previous soundbar. So you can actually, enhance the dialogue, change your subwoofer levels, your surround speaker levels, and of course, this one was actually a 5.1 sound system compared to a 2.1 sound system. So when shopping, I didn't really see anything like around this price range for a 5.1 sound system that had really good reviews. So like I'm saying, I highly recommend this. It is my first day of using it, so I got to test it out a little more, see its other capabilities. If you guys have any other questions about it, just ask them down in the comment section below. So yeah, I think it's safe to say, at least based on my research, this is one of the best bang for buck 5.1 surround sound systems that you can get in your household. Now, it will be better if you have like actual speaker stands instead of just putting them, on like desks around you. Now, it still, gets somewhat the same effect, but I think it's a little bit better if you can have the right amount of space for it built like, in your room. But yeah, really good stuff. If you want to get the full capabilities out of it, make sure you're playing from things that actually utilize the, Dolby and DTS:X audio to make sure it syncs through, and then you're actually, getting what it's built for instead of, maybe like fake surround sound. You actually want it to be like a real 5.1 sound setup. Now, it still is good even with the other, if it plays out of the surround speakers too. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Question of the day: what movie, or what would you play to test your speaker system or sound system that you have? Leave that down in the comment section below. But otherwise than that, like I said, if you guys have any questions about the sound system, leave that down in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you can see more videos like this. Peace out, y'all. I'll see you in the next one.